Hi guys, Terry here with Truth in Numbers. Good to see you. This is the fifth working session for self-care when it comes to the five senses that we have. So today's sense is smell. And if you're familiar with the process that we're going through here, is that we've got three steps. The first step one, is to list out all the different smells that we will find enjoyable or filling or refreshing, energizing, comforting. And the second step is to ID how we're going to access them. So what are those? How are we going to access the smell of flowers, for example? And what's that going to look like on a very practical level? And then we're going to map, step three, map the different smells and the different ways of smelling these things to smells we can smell at home and what we can do at work to layer on the self-care smell. And then when we're out and about on the go, traveling, any of the above there, what can we have when we're on the go? So grab a pen and paper, grab a computer, grab your phone notes, and let's get started. So step one is a list of smells. And of course I started with flowers because I love flowers. And if you think about it, carnations are very different, have a different smell than roses, and roses have a different smell than iris, which is wonderful, all of the above. Mums, daisies, lilies are very fragrant. Hyacinth, oh my goodness, very fragrant. And at the beginning of spring, just such a nice shout out to, hey, spring is coming. You know, that's kind of what a hyacinth is saying when it shows up in bloom. Another smell that I wrote down was the deep woods. If you've ever smelled in the Midwest, we have oak hickory forests, and there's a really deep, almost pungent, but it's actually very sweet and pleasant, very deep, robust smell in the deep woods. So if you've ever gone camping out and about, it is lovely. Mown grass, car wax, paint, perfume, aftershave, and cologne, of course, candles, the smell of food or mulling spices, laundry, the detergent, the fabric softener, all kind of very, very pleasant. I like the smell of my floors after I've cleaned them. I don't know what's in that cleaning liquid, but it's wonderful. The smell of cinnamon, very comforting. Soaps, lotions. I have down here babies. Babies smell awesome. Bakeries, rain, the smell of rain, or the smell of a crisp snow day when you first walk out the door. There's a store called Anthropologie, and I think it's their thing, but every time I've walked in there, and I don't go in there very often at all, but every time I've gone in there, it's been an amazing smell. So I'm going to remind myself that if I'm out and about, and I would like a little bit of some self-care or a nice smell, I'm going to walk in there and look around for a little bit and enjoy the smell. Shampoo, herbs, fruits and vegetables, savory foods, sweet foods, sour foods. I also have down here fireworks, and it's kind of outside the box. I don't like the smell of fireworks actually, but it reminds me of family and friend time and events on the 4th of July, as well as sporting events when the fireworks go off afterwards, or even at like Disney World, the fireworks go off at the end of the night. So that's kind of interesting, a smell that I don't like, but I like the memories it brings. So essential oils, aromatherapy, wine, the different smells of wine is kind of a fun thing. So that's step one. Pause this if you need to, if you want to do some more work, and then I will meet you at step two. Okay, guys, it's step two, and that is where we kind of ID how we're going to access these different smells. So when it comes to flowers, this is what I'm kind of talking about, is that you can actually get flowers or a flower or plant flowers and have those nearby as your self-care experience. But you can also take the petals off of them. Taking petals off of roses is a big thing. Putting those in a sachet used to be a big thing. And having them for, another week or so to extend the smell, and drying them out and all this kind of thing. But I digress. Lavender buds, oils, and perfumes that have a floral base to them. These are all ways that we can access the lovely fragrances of flowers. When it comes to candles, we can work with melts or an actual candle. Melts kind of can be smaller and be maybe more mobile. Smaller candles might do the trick as well. And perfumes have travel sizes that can be easier to deal with, or if you're going to go out, a lot of times when I go out, I'll spray a little bit of perfume on, and that's kind of a nice routine to have. And then laundry, enjoying the fragrance and being present in laundry time. But then also, I was like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to grab a dryer sheet and put that into my suitcase and just enjoy that fragrance. It might be a little too strong to try on a work trip first. So I probably should try it on a personal trip first. But it got me thinking, maybe I take something that just came out of the dryer, and like a pillowcase or something, fold that up and put that in my suitcase. The other thing that can be helpful is soap, putting a fragrant soap in a drawer, or I'm going to try in my suitcase now. So interesting things. And then of course food. We eat food every day. We smell food every day, right? Because it's something we typically do every day. And so it's not so much the access to the food, it's being present when food is there, and being mindful of like, oh, this really does smell good. And by being mindful, we'll be able to get, a fuller layer of self-care going on there, fuller enrichment. So that's step 2. Pause this if you need, if you're going to work out more there, and I will meet you at step 3. Okay, guys, step 3 is where we mark down home, work, and on the go. So home, a lot of this stuff we can access at home. Maybe not a bakery, maybe not an Anthropologie store, but a lot of the stuff of daily maintenance chores we can access. Mowing the lawn, doing the laundry, cooking, etc. What else did I put here? Candles. There's pretty much, the home is the easiest one, right? So let's take a look at work. And I wrote down candles at work, sachets at work, essential oils, soaps, and flowers. And the only thing I haven't had at work is a soap, but might be worth trying. I work from home though usually, so it's not the same thing. But the only thing to be mindful of it there is that in Cubeland, if the smell is constant and very strong, that might be an issue with people in Cubeland. So, but otherwise, go to town, right? And then on the go, what can we do on the go to layer on the self-care of smell? And I ran across a really nice lavender eye pillow. Somebody in my town grows lavender. I don't know how they do it. It's very difficult to do in the Midwest. So we have humid summers, but all this to say, they have a successful lavender farm, and so I got an eye pillow from them, and it's just lovely. And I need to take that on the road with me. It doesn't take up much space, it smells nice, and the essential oils are nice. Aromatherapy, lotions, soaps, and then when I'm out and about, if I run across an Anthropologie store, I'm going to need to just drop in and see what the smell is of du jour. So this is mapping to home, work, and out and about. Take some time to do that, and I will meet you back at the closing. All right, guys, we are done with creating a library of layers of self-care for each of the 5 senses, that when things get stressful, we can reference And if we get to a certain point in the evening and we're not filled up, we're not relaxed, we've been working at it, but we're still not there, we have a place to go where we can more easily find a couple more layers to add to our self-care regimen at any given time. So that's it for this week. This week with 5 days of self-care pre-work, if you will. And let's all in the spirit of self-care take good care of ourselves out there. We have our hands full, and you are precious. Each one of you precious, even the men, you're precious. And anyway, I hope that someday to find words for your value, your courage, your fortitude, and anything else. It's somewhere in there. It's not quite crystallized for me, but all this to say is, good to be with you today. I look forward to whatever else comes down the pike in terms of an idea to come on and do a video. And let's be kind to ourselves. Let's try to laugh when we can. Let's be mindful of what we need to handle. When we need to handle, let's distract when we need to distract ourselves. And thank you for being out there, because I feel with you. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.